Hey everyone, this video will just be a recap of the last Blitz war that was only 24 hours this past weekend. This war was very interesting because Scopely sprung it on us at the last minute. It happened over faction events, meaning we were not able to sub in other players that were more active for the people who had retired this past weekend. This bothered me a bit because we had both our leader and another player on the outside of our faction that were unable to join. I also didn't like that the event started on a Saturday, because for some people, over 24 hours, the last bit of war actually goes into the Monday. This is for all your Asians and Australians. My 5-star token pulls were just fodder. Lopez, who's a good leader against zombies, and Earl, who is also a decent leader against zombies. He was offered in the League store a couple seasons ago. Off the 5-star wheel, I would really like to get the Christmas Michonne, because I think I could create a couple trick teams with her AP gain on her rush. Because my faction came in second in Blitz War, we ended up just 5 tokens short of another pull. So far, I have gotten 2 Violets and 1 Mercer. Overall, I would say my pulls for more have been very good, which makes me think that my next pull will be some dupe like a yellow Cal. I found that my region was very competitive, and I liked the competition a lot. It had me use a variety of different teams in order to attack the various defensive teams that the opponent had. As you see, some people have some of the new premier tunes like Olivia. I know that this Blitz War was supposed to test the changes that Scopely made to the AI. Overall, I didn't notice many changes, but I did notice that there were some inconsistencies. By inconsistencies, I mean it was difficult to predict what tune the AI would target on the first turn, which made it difficult to run a trap tune when not running a human shield. By running a trap tune, you can protect your major attackers and controllers while only sacrificing a tune that has less use. Before the current AI change, you could run a team of all one color and know exactly what tune the opponent would attack each time. But with the AI now taking trait into account more, it becomes more difficult to predict and know what tune will be targeted first. So if I ran a team of all yellow tunes and faced a green team, I would not be 100% sure what tune the green team would attack first. But it is likely that they would dogpile the one tune because the AI takes into account the tune that was previously attacked, who will now be weakened. I still find it a little ridiculous that I need to take on these double Negan teams by running 2 5-stars on my team. I don't have the tools either by tunes, weapons, or mods in order to make a team full of 6-stars that are as effective as this team that has 2 5-stars. And I would like all of you to keep in mind that although I'm showing you my successful attacks, I did have a number of failed attacks. This team in particular got me quite a few times in war. The team was quite fast rushing, so if I wasn't able to confuse the right targets on turn 1 and taunt someone, it left me in quite a mess. Another type of team that I could have used would have been a stun on attack team, so a mostly green team. They would have been more susceptible to Negan, but they would have been able to apply a negative status effect when attacking with basic attacks. This team works by having an offensive lead which gives attack and a huge bonus to AP when attacking. Michelle is defensively modded so that she can survive. I added Nick as a commander with an 8% weapon in order to help my team rush faster. With being able to rush Priya on the first turn, I am able to confuse 3 enemies for 2 turns, which works in many situations because most people are modding against taunt and stun, I find. Charlie is also a very important aspect to this team. He is HP mods because his manic effect works when he is under 75% HP, and his taunt on his weapon works when his HP is over 75%. He is a great mix of a control tune, and attacker with his high attack stats. Kate helps round up my team. She is a very important part of a team by giving a healing factor over 2 turns, focus to my team, which lets them fight through confuse, taunt, and around human shields, and her plus 50 attack bonus helps make this team more powerful. When I see a green Carl lead, I end up using my standard attack team, which is Michelle lead, Louie, Magna, Dale, and Sandy. This is a generalized attack team, so the reason why this is a generalized attack team is because my lead applies a plus 40 attack boost, as well as a huge bonus to AP when attacking, a disarm tune to break unfriendly weapons, being stun guns, impair guns, absolute defense, AP down when attacked, and so on. I also run a human shield in order to redirect all unfriendly attacks towards Magna. Magna has an impair weapon, meaning she is able to impair the enemy who is forced to attack her unless they are focused, or they stun, taunt, or confuse her. Dale is my support tune. He can focus my team using his active skill, and with his rush, he is able to apply defense down to the enemy. His rush also has maim damage, which allows him to break guardian shields, creating open targets for the rest of my team. It is also a huge bonus that he is a command tune. I am able to use him to command Michelle on turn 2 and often stun 2 enemies on that turn. I also utilize his command with Louie, because if Louie fails to disarm an unsafe team, meaning a team with stun guns, impair weapons, absolute defense, and AP down when being attacked, it is advisable to try and command Louie so that he will disarm and make a safe target to build AP on. Sandy is also a useful tune to command because she has double attack weapons, so by commanding her even on a basic attack, you may end up having her attack twice. Or if you command her to rush, she has the potential to attack up to 4 times because of her double attack rush and double attack weapon. My Sandy is one of my only decapitation tunes, and she is probably the most effective one, with her double attack weapons and rush. Coupled with Dale's defense down, she is very efficient at decapitating the enemy. If I were attacking a primarily yellow team or fast tunes, I would probably switch Magna out for my Koa, who I can give an AP down weapon when attacked. If you don't have an AP down weapon when attacked, you can also use Carrie's Paddle, which has the special effect of applying defense down when attacked. This team used to be my anti-Eric team, but currently it's my anti-almost anything team. I run this team a lot because of its diversity and efficiency in killing the enemy. I also like that this team gives me options. I have 3 primary attackers, being Michelle, Louie, and Sandy, an amazing support tune with Dale, who can also be subbed out for 5-star Kate, because 5-star Kate gives attack up, a 2-turn healing factor, and focus to the whole team. My team is rounded out with a human shield. In all honesty, I would prefer to get an Ajax shield. I feel like he is the most effective human shield to run on offense. You're able to craft stun on his weapon, as well as a huge bonus to AP when being attacked, because you're redirecting all attacks at him anyway. He has a great rush for controlling the enemy, where he's able to taunt the enemy as well as heal himself. His active skill can also be used in order to leverage him, being Elusive and Pain Split. Elusive would prevent the enemy from being able to gain AP, and Pain Split will have the damage split between him and one other tune. Although that would be my ideal shield, I am still pretty happy with Magna and Koa. By having 2 human shields, I'm able to toggle between them and use whatever one will give me a greater advantage. In the current match, I'm facing Dopey again, and instead of having Sophia in, he substituted Zack, who I think is a better tune because he's very dense. He has a lot of different abilities that allow him to be very effective against almost any team, especially his rush, which is able to heal and clear all penalties on his team. I decide to flee this match because it's not worth my time. Thank you for watching and listening. Good luck in CRW this weekend.